Hi guys, hope you're well. I just have a quick story that I want to share with you of a time in my life that I experienced like answer to prayer. And this was very early days for me, and I've experienced lots more since, numerous. But it was just really impactful for me at that time. And one of the ways that God kind of early days, said, "Hi, I'm here, I exist, and I do hear you, I do see you," which I believe He wants all of us to know. And it was something that made me want to like draw nearer and find Him more, and yeah, just explore my faith. So essentially, I was, gosh, I was in year nine. So in year nine, so what's that? 14ish, I don't know. And I it's such a simple little thing that it happened with, right? But God knows how to meet each and every one of us. He knows what really matters to us. And obviously at different stages in our life that'll be a different thing. At this stage in my life it was this, which I'm going to tell you in this story, in this one in this one instance. But it was exactly what I guess He knew would get my attention. He knows how to do that for every one of us, and He knows exactly what everyone needs, because it's different for everyone. What we need for God to be proved to us, it won't be the same for the next person or anyone else. It's unique, yours is. And it's not just one thing either. It's not one event only or one experience. I believe that our faith in God grows through cumulative experiences where He proves Himself to you like in multiple ways, that eventually you then it then gets too big to like ignore, to be able to ignore, or to be able to say it's just chance or coincidence. And when He does in different ways too, like sometimes through an experience like I'll tell you now, or it could be through something you heard someone say in a message, or it could be a dream, it could be anything. So he knows exactly what to do to reach each and every one of us. So watch out for the signs in your life, I believe. But yes, I'll tell you this story. It was very early days for me. I believed in God at this time, but I didn't have a personal living relationship with Him. So I was 14, just a kid at school. One day I'd been looking at buying a new pair of joggers, right? And I'm not a big like buyer, shopper, or any of that really. So when I find something that I really like and I really want it, like it means a lot to me. It's not just like another purchase of 1,000 that I'll do that month. It's not, it's not like that. So I'd found this pair of joggers that I really liked on the internet, and I was planning to buy them. So I decided that one day after school, because on my way home, town was in the middle of that journey. So I said, okay, I'll get off and go get them and then go home. So I get off one day and I get off. So that week I wanted to wear the joggers as well, like for something going on. So I was like, I'll get it today after school. This was the middle of the week, somewhere between Tuesday and Thursday. And I went to the shop. The lady asked the lady for help to get my size and to look for them. And we couldn't find my size. There wasn't any of my size. And she was like, the next deliveries will be next week around Tuesday. I'm saying it was Tuesday. So that's like, it may be a bit deflated. And there was only like the size above me and the size below me. So I tried on the size above and I was like, it'll have to do. But I wasn't, yeah. So I realised that I'd forgotten my money anyway, so I have to go home. So home's not far from town for me, so I get back on the bus, go home. And while I'm there, before I leave the house again, this thought just drops into my mind. Now, I've noticed this happen a lot of times where a thought like that will come, and it's just noticeable enough that you can just perceive and just think about it, but not so much that you feel like a pressure or a force or that you jump out of your skin or anything. Just like as if an idea, like a note or an idea dropped in your mind. So that thought was to like, why don't you just ask God? You've got nothing to lose. My voice just went. Why don't you ask God? You've got nothing to lose, right? So I'm like, okay, because I knew this God guy from like my parents and church, which we went to, and all of that, though I didn't know him that personally yet. Though I did say, as I said earlier, I believed in him and that he existed and stuff. but I didn't know him like that he was a, you know, that it was all personal as well. I didn't know any of that. I just knew like the do's and don'ts of being good or whatever, meant to be good, not be bad, and all of that. So I decided, okay, I've got nothing to lose, and I literally kneel there in my bedroom, and it's not something I used to do really, not for anything like personal or like day-to-day life. I didn't know him in that way, like he wasn't involved in my life in that way. So I kneel down on my bunk bed and I'm like, ask God if I can have these joggers. And I literally think now, I think, where did I pray with my own faith? Did God give me a bit of some other faith? Did I actually believe that would change anything in that day or whatever? I don't know. I honestly don't remember what I thought or anything. I just remember thinking the specific thought that followed the thought to pray. You've got nothing to lose. Like, no one here to see you. No, nothing's gonna happen if it didn't happen. Like, you know, because you already don't have them, the joggers that you want. So nothing to lose. So I prayed the prayer. Go get back on the bus, go back to town. Now, between me leaving that shop and coming back, it must have been like 40 minutes or something, max, I don't know. I get there, as I'm walking into the shop, the lady sees me who was helping me earlier, and she literally is walking towards me. As she sees me, she's like surprised. She's like, you won't believe what just happened. A truck just came, like one of their delivery whatevers, and it had one pair of joggers in them. And it was my size, that exact specific item. No other item in the shop that they sell. And this is a big, well-known shop, and I won't say, because I don't want to get into that. I'm not promoting anything. No, it could have been a pair of boots, a jacket. It could have been a t-shirt. It could have been anything. But it was that specific line of joggers and my size. One item in a whole truck. Needless to say, I bought them and I have them to this day, and it was just such a little testimony to me of like, God, like, you're there. Like, I was just like, as I said at the beginning, God knows how to reveal himself to you in ways, you know, in the right ways and timing and with the right situations and experiences and all of that. It's like it's calculated up, you know, like domino pieces, like this, then that, then that. And there are many other ways he proved himself to me. That was just one, and it wasn't the one that made me all of a sudden be like, hey, and I have a personal relationship with God. That came years later. I was only 14 then. I was about 18 when I actually met him properly. But it was just like those little nuggets, those little signs. So I don't know if it's a long video, but I'm just encouraging you to look out for those signs, to have faith and pray, to listen to his will, to search for his will and to understand his will. And there's more to follow, so I'll share that another time. God bless you. See you.